Hey, Earthlings, good morning. This is very early for me. Not really. So I've got a very busy day, so I thought I'd make a few announcements. I'm appearing on the VegFest UK's event today at 10 o'clock this morning. I'm talking about Tom Regan, the author of The Case for Animal Rights, and that's called Tom Regan, The Rights View. So it's a kind of gentle introduction, if you like, to the philosophy of animal rights. But to give you a flavor of Regan, if you're very new to Regan, I thought I'd show you this little ditty, which is him talking about being an extremist. So let's have a look at that now. How do I do this? There we go, like that. Okay.
The position we hold, the abolitionist position, often is said to be extreme, and those of us who hold it are said to be extremists. The unspoken suggestions are that extreme positions cannot be right and that extremists must be wrong. But I am an extremist. When it comes to rape, I'm against it all the time. I am an extremist when it comes to child abuse. I'm against it all the time. I am an extremist when it comes to sexual discrimination, racial discrimination. I am against it all the time. I am against the abuse of the elderly all the time. The plain fact is, moral truth often is extreme and must be, for when the injustice is absolute, then one must oppose it absolutely.
So there you go. That's Tom Regan from let me get rid of that. That's Tom Regan from a 1988 speech in which he talks about moral consistency, and therefore, if it being an extremism is being morally consistent, then yes, he's an extremist. Okay, so that's 10 o'clock, which is not long now, within 40 minutes. And then at 1 o'clock, a connected issue in a way, although more broadly, I'll be with Tim Barford and Ronnie Lee, talking about animal rights, what went wrong, an intriguing question for us to chew over. At 5 o'clock, we have a new thing called Hangouts with Hess and Yates. So this is the Animal Rights Show is kind of moving its slot. So if you like, we're filling that slot with our usual debate or our, one of the things that we do together. And essentially, we're talking about whether veganism is a diet today. Of course, everybody knows that it's a complete diet, nothing else. It's not a philosophy, anything like that. And then finally, I'm planning something for Christmas Day. Now, this is kind of like supposed to be a fun thing, but it's also very serious in the sense that a lot of people, including myself as a sociologist, have talked about how kind of newbie vegans can maybe have a difficult time with their families. And of course, at the moment, we've got the lockdown, and also we've got the issue that a lot of people are going to be having their first vegan Christmas, and it can be a big stress on the family. And so I'm hoping to do something like a Christmas Day hangout, maybe starting at about noon and just going until we run out of steam, maybe for 6 hours or something, because I want to kind of create a space where vegans can feel in the company, be in the company of other vegans, because it can be a lonely time for people, and it can be quite difficult. I just watched a little video with Michelle Lowe, and she was talking about video that she watched, chewing the vegan fat, which was kind of about all these anti-vegan trolls. You know, it can be difficult being a vegan in a non-vegan world, as we know. You know, it can have a big psychological hold on you, and it can be quite damaging in that way. It's not easy to kind of push against the mainstream culture as vegans do. You know, we're swimming against the tide culturally, and that's just literally not an easy thing to do, and that's exactly what we do all the time. And so in some ways society punishes us for doing that. You know, it's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be good animal welfareists who believe that it's non-cruel use is possible, but the use of other animals is not a problem, and just get on with it like everybody else. Of course, vegans reject all that, and certainly the right space vegans like myself would reject all that on the grounds that other animals are rights bearers and that our use of them is a rights violation. So, you know, it can be tough sometimes, you know, and if you haven't got a community around you, then something like Christmas Day can be particularly a problem. So I'm going to try and get a few special guests to drop in and out during the day, and it's just some place that people can kind of hang out and have a chat. And I might be able to do this thing about bringing people on the screen, you know, that kind of thing. I've never done that before, but I'll try that probably. Anyway, so there's the 4 announcements. So we've got 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. That's today. And then this idea of Christmas Day special, if you like, or a hangout to create a kind of vegan community, or a vegan space. You know, so if you're having hassle from your family, and you know you've got the dead body centerpiece on the table, and you just want to get away from all that shite, then this will create a space for you to do that. So that's the idea of it. Okay, I better go. I've got things to do. So goodbye, Earthlings. Take care, and see you again.